got a Stella. Or twat. Come on, Eddie, hit me. One shot. No, of course not. Twice? No. 3 times? No, of course not. Here we go. Okay. All right. From here to eternity, right, Eddie? That's right. I tell you what. I just went to the gym. I just got out. Bicep training, that's right. I was doing curls next to these 2 chicks. They were young and hot. I'm old and not about that for size. Yeah, it's basically how that went. And I was doing curls next to them, like, let me show off. Like, this is why it's important for a man to go to a gym. You can't train at home. You need women to be there. You understand? You need other muscular guys to be there. You got to get in, like, you get in like a primal zone. The ego the ego pumps up like one of those union rats. You have no idea. And then, you know, the chest, the walk. I'm doing biceps curls next to these girls. That's how we used to do it old school. Back in the early 90s. See that, sweetheart? That's right. Nazarel somebody. Come on. Lee Priest. And then I got to sit there and carry the weights over to the weight rack right in front of them. And I got no ass. So it's like, I'm bending over like with the weights. I'm like, I'm not really showing them the best side here. I felt like turning around and saying, this isn't my best side. You know? I got like, just imagine a guy with basketball shorts on with no ass. It's horrendous. I look like, you turn me sideways, I look like a money clip. So, I mean, it's horrendous. It's like something's missing. Did that fall off? You're completely out of proportion. 6'4", no ass. Thank you. No shoulders to speak of. That's right. And a waist growing by the ear. So that's a hot look. Really, it is. And check out the side tit while we're here. It's, guys, you're not the only one with problems. That's what I'm here to tell you. Let's move on. Hey, James Baum. I'm always broke and tired of eating shit like ramen and peanut butter and jelly for dinner. What are some of your favorite cheap meals? I barely know how to make more than a sandwich, but I don't mind making some involved meals if it saves me a good amount of cash. I got news for you right now. We're entering a dangerous point in this country's history where it's almost more beneficial to go out and eat fast food than it is to eat food that you make at home. I'm sure a lot of you find yourselves like, hey, who wants spaghetti and meatballs, for example? All right? But I spent $20 on ground beef. Ground beef. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We're a countdown to riots in the streets, by the way. This is happening right now. You want cheap meals? What are you trying to accomplish? A tasty meal or a meal for like getting your protein in for a workout? It sounds like you're going for a tasty meal. What do I fucking know? You know what, buddy? I don't know anything. Go to All American. It's cheap. It's cheap. There's a tasty meal. What are you gonna cook? I'm trying to explain this to my mother the other day. I got one recipe. That's like a one rockin' recipe. That's my meatballs. And that's it. I don't cook. Now, if you want to eat healthy for the gym, then we can talk. I'll have you on a cat food and crackers regimen that you can't even imagine. You'll be like, this is the cheapest thing ever. I never knew you could gain so much muscle on cat food. Yeah. Well, that's how you... You know what? I actually looked at a can of dog food the other day and I was like, maybe. I mean, it's fucking cheap if you think about it. There's got to be like, I don't know, 2 meals in there? I said, for crying out loud, it's not going to kill you, right? Will it? Maybe you get like E. coli every other week. But then you probably build your immune system up to the E. coli. I'm going to tell you. I used to crack up Mike Matarazzo. What was his? That was his name? Mike Matarazzo? 15 cans of tuna fish and apple juice in a blender. And then guzzle that down. Oh, geez. Well, I wonder why he died at 35 from complete kidney explosions. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. Let me tell you something right now. It's expensive to eat healthy, believe it or not. And it's even more expensive. It's probably more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat dirty. Because, I mean, there's endless crap foods you can buy. Oh, my God. I mean, line them up. Yeah, exactly. You want to eat cheap? I tell you what, you go to Costco Deli. You go to the deli area at Costco, and they got some like made meals that you like chuck in the microwave or the oven. Some of them look banging, Jack. And there's a load of it, and it's cheap. You could have like 5 meals out of the fucking container. Then you go over and you get yourself a rotisserie chicken. But bam, you pick at that fucking chicken all day, bro. What are you kidding me? The rotisserie chicken is banging. That's another what is it, $4.99 for rotisserie chicken? That'll last you a couple meals. Come on. God damn it, you got good advices over here. Get the fuck out of here. Crying out loud. What's the matter with peanut butter and jelly, by the way? I mean, holy schmackerel. Talk about restoring your glycogen levels. Hi, Jesse. I'm 53, and so is my wife. Over the years, we've enjoyed reasonable healthy sex. However, over the last 6 months, she's been showing signs of menopause. And to cut to the chase, she's basically been on a period since the beginning of February. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the hell is happening here? Is this what we all have to look forward to? I don't know. That's why you got to get with Spanish women. They're cranking out kids into their 80s. I'm telling you right now. They have what I like to call I don't know, X-Men womb. Now I don't do sex when she's on a period. So as you can imagine, I'm carrying a load around you're carrying around a dead load. That's what we call a dead load. I mean, not to be disgusting, but when it comes out, it looks like you're making pancakes. They're like yellowed. It's like everything in there died in your nutsack. And now you're ejecting it. I mean, this is demonetized, please. Can we start just the demonetization? I'd sign off on this one. She might give me the occasional Hans Blowy. Well, yeah. But it's not often enough to tide me over. I am not going to ask her to do it. I mean, she wants to go. I'm not going to ask her to do it. I mean, she's got to want to do it as far as I'm concerned. My question is, do I really start jerking off again at 53? Or should I just be content with the occasional relief from my wife? I mean, what, does her asshole have menopause too? I mean, let's cut to the chase here, buddy. All right, guys, my mother's watching this. Would you fucking give me a break? I need a drink for this one. Yeah, you start whacking your bag again. What's the matter with whacking your bag? You make it sound like it's a bad thing. I tell you right now, I don't mind a good bag whacking once in a while. It's nice. My wife caught me once, okay? I haven't heard it, about it, the end of it. I haven't heard the end of it. What am I, drunk on the one beer? I haven't heard the end of it. Do you understand? And then they like to sit you down and ask you, like, what were you thinking about? Oh, and then you're like, you, honey, of course, you. You didn't know? Yes. Hey, you know how hard it is to tell that lie? My eyes are like rolling in my head. I'm like, you, honey. Bing! That's not a lie. I mean, you hear the lie detector go off in Jerry Springer's office. I think about you, baby. Who else would I think? Because they'd like to corner you with that question. No. I was thinking about the woman in the supermarket who was bending over to pick up the change she dropped on the floor. And I almost threw a rod through the front of my zipper. No, I was thinking about you, sweetheart. Oh, my Crimler. Hey, listen. You must have a pretty healthy sex drive. Because by the time I hit 53, I think I'm going to be dead in the pants. I mean, I'm halfway there already. I'd be like, oh, what's the matter? You can't fuck for a month? Hey, listen, I'll go work on this carburetor I'm rebuilding downstairs. I mean, honestly, at this point, listen, I'd love to tell you I'm Casanova. But it's just like, at this point in my life, it's like, I got to get in there. I guess I got to get this over with. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get this over with, you know? What are you going to do? So, how you guys doing? Can you get the fuck out of here, guy? You're giving me more problems. Now I got to think about my wife having menopause. You're bringing down the show. You're out of here. Who's this guy? Dear Bedhead, would you recommend getting a pocket pussy? Jesus, Crimler. Guys, what the hell's going on today? What the fuck are you going to do with a pocket pussy? Number one, what are you going to do with that? Whack your bag. That's what your hand is for. I don't get that. What do you want? Somebody to find your fucking pocket pussy? I don't know how old you are, but that could be a crippling blow for your like social status. If it's, you know, if you're a young adult, you know, with friends, you know, your buddies finding your pocket pussy, unless you're a complete animal that doesn't even care what anybody thinks. And then, wow, you're going to live a different type of lifestyle altogether. That's all you need is somebody in your room and they knock into something and your pocket pussy falls on the floor. Like, oh my God. Yo, Danny, what's up with that, bro? Huh? What, and there's stuff leaking out of it. What, you don't even clean it? That's another thing. I'm not cleaning that thing. Unless they're disposable. Wait, you know how low your life is when you buy the sink washing out a pocket pussy? Think about this. Like, that's something like when you get done with it. Like, you ever get done with a porno movie and you're like, jeez, what am I doing here? Jeez. Get that out of here. Put that safely in the sleeve and back on the shelf. No, you're like, just get it out of here. You're like, I can't even imagine, like, you're sitting there washing out a pocket pussy now. Like, Jesus Christ. Where am I in life? Stop with the pocket pussy. Get out of here. Let's get down to brass tacks. Dear Jesse, I hope my email finds you well and in good health. I'm writing you for something quite serious that I cannot talk to anybody else about, and feel you're my only hope. I'm 48 years old and live in Manchester, UK. I've been married to my wife for 25 years, have 4 wonderful kids. I've been keeping a secret from my family my entire life. I am attracted to other men. That's a hell of a secret, bro. That's one hell of a motherfucking secret. In fact, I started sleeping with my wife's brother. No, this can't be. This can't be. This can't be. And now we both developed feelings for each other. About a year ago, her brother came over while she was working, and one thing led to another, and I sucked him off and swallowed his full load. Guy, can you get out of here? Ma, shut it off. I thought it would be a one-off kind of thing, but things develop quickly, and now we fuck as much as we possibly can. I need some advices because I don't want to hurt my family, but I also don't want to give up the cock. This is a genuine request for help. Guy, sounds like you already got the ball rolling there, bro. I said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to tell your wife and you're going to blow up your family? Come on. Is she ever going to think in a million years that you're over there fucking Roger? Of course not. Listen, in this case, I'm going to tell you right now, what nobody knows won't hurt them. Fuck your buddy over here. I mean, unless you hate your wife. I mean, is that what's going on there? Are you banging your wife? Are you even attracted to her? These are all interesting questions. It sounds to me like you're having your cock and eating it too. Buddies, you can't get advices like this anywhere else. I'm telling you that right now. Hey, just keep doing what you're doing, dude. All right? Ay, ay, ay. Ishka maramu maramenke. And tell your kids, like, when you get older. Like, much older. Like, when you're on your deathbed. How about that one for size? I'm kidding. Listen, we all want to live and be free, right? I mean, hey. Let me get out of this one, all right? Can you get the fuck out of here? All right. Dear Bidhead 1000, I just had a relationship fail between me and a girl I really liked. Things were great for a month or so, and I thought really liked her. She was hot. She seemed to be very interested in me. But seemingly out of nowhere, she lost feelings and ended it. This is like the 5th time in a row that this has happened to me. And I'm at a breaking point where I can't take it anymore. I'm very pissed off and angry with life. I just want women in my life. I just want a woman in my life. Well, that is the problem. That is the problem, Jack. Right there. I just want a woman in my life. But the thing is, I'm kind of a nice guy. Well, that's problem number 2. And tend to either attract women who take advantage of me or women who are interested in me lose their interest after getting to know, for whatever reason, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The problem with this is a lot of people give advice like be more alpha or some bullshit like that. But the thing is, I'm just not that guy, and every time I try to act like that alpha dude who women have come chase them, I get nowhere because I come off as a fake. It's absolutely right. I guess I'm a pussy or something, and that's fine. Although physically I'm strong and a muscular guy, that means nothing at all. I've seen the most unintimidating men be the most intimidating men of all time. It's all up here. It's like when I tower over my wife and I look down at her and I laugh at her and I say, look at you. You're a little piece of nothing. And she says back to me with the kind of confidence that could stop a locomotive. She says, but I have the power. And she's right. She's right, that little shit. She's a little shit. And I got to laugh in her face. I say, you're a little shit. But she has the power. She has a way. Some people have a way about them. Very powerful people. That's what it boils down to. Last thing, I'm sorry about the long email. This whole situation kind of left me in the darkest point of my life that I've been in lately. I feel very alone and everything just seems bland and lifeless. How do I fix these feelings? I tell you what, guy. Here's the thing. You can't have to have a woman in your life that badly. You can't have that much riding on a woman. Because they'll fuck your tender, Jack. Oh, yeah. You have to have a life, like a life that you enjoy outside of just hanging out with women. That's right. You need a hobby, dude. Like a lot of people out there. This is why women love, listen, we all know the women love drug addicts. You all know the women that get involved with guys that do drugs. Because you know why? Because these guys would sell their wife off or their woman off for a bag of cocaine. Number one, they love the challenge of being better than a drug. And number two, the guys want the drug more than the woman. And women just love that shit. You want a woman to stick around, you might as well, show her the door. That's how it goes. Can't be that important to you. So that's the first thing you gotta learn, dude. It's like sometimes you want a cat to sit on your lap, you want to pet the cat. The cat doesn't want any part of you. Then you walk in your house, you're like, look at this stinking cat. The cat jumps on your lap. This is life. This is life. So I suggest you don't try to change yourself, like be yourself. But get a fucking hobby. Get something that's all consuming in your life. And then the women come. That's the great thing. Get something that takes 100% of your focus and your attention that you're so excited about, and women just jump on you like glue. And you'd be trying to get rid of the motherfucks. Because all they do is fucking nag and scream and moan at you. You're a young guy. You'll figure it out. Get the fuck out of here. Guys, let me tell you something right now. The advice is coming on strong today. I don't know if you guys can handle it. Hold on, I gotta fight my way through Ace Rewards emails. I never gave them permission to email me. I don't give anybody permission to email me. All right. Hey, Jesse. I am one of your War and Peace emails corresponds, but I'm gonna go easy on you. Okay. I got you. Thank you. A couple of weeks ago, my garage floor flooded and destroyed a significant amount of stuff on the garage floor. Turns out the previous homeowners were cocksuckers and didn't finish an exterior wall and hid it behind drywall by interior drywall. Since my garage is considered basement level, there's a bunch of earth that is now somehow kept at bay with whichever Mickey Mouse construction. What the hell is going on here? Okay, anyway. How am I when it comes to proper foundation work and waterproofing? Holy shit, I don't know what's going on here. This guy's the fuck out of here. Okay. Jesse, in recent years, I lost one of my best friends to an unknown heart condition without warning. Crushing call to receive, but he left behind a wife and 2 young children. One of the most hilarious guys ever, salt of the earth. In senior year of high school, he worked at a video rental place. In there were a couple of life-size cutouts of Siskel and Ebert that he took home with him, really for no reason other than to just fucking take them, I suppose. His body type, kind of short and fat, resembled Ebert. I was tall and thin and resembled Siskel. I'm a little over 6'2", and at that point probably 160 pounds max back then. Yeah, that's thin. One day, we had about 10 people over for a large bonfire in the backyard, and at least 4 or 5 of them were girls I barely knew. After a couple of beers and being stupid 18-year-olds, we decided to cut out holes near the crotch of these 2 upstanding movie critics and their life-size cardboard stand-ups. We proceeded to walk from the house back to the fire with our dicks hanging out of the cardboard cutouts. One girl, horrified, ran off to her car. Several started laughing hysterically, and we made sure to stop by the firelight so we could even get a good look at the manhood from Siskel and Ebert, as any good lad would do. I gave it a couple of pumps so it was not shortchanged in front of the young ladies. I had no idea if he did the same, but I wasn't walking up with a little tiny turtle wang through the cutout, especially with girls there. I get it. You got to chub it up. I still chub it up with my wife, if you can imagine that. Because one time, more than one time, but one time, there was a hurricane and we were walking around in a park. Don't ask. And I pulled down my pants as like a joke, and my dick was so incredibly small that she looked at it and like, and not only that, I hadn't trimmed my hairs in a long time. So just let me paint the picture for you. It's like a lion's mane around a walnut head shell. And she said that to me that was like one of the grossest things she's ever seen in her life. So, I mean, you know, moving along from that. So I try to like, you know, chub it up a little bit. I don't want to throw her a fucking, you know, a snapper bobbin. This started an amazing night of parties and beers. After a few drinks, we weren't embarrassed in the least. Nowadays, camera phones, would prevent us from doing this, right? That you could get, man, if we could go back, right, what we could get away with. You just get, there's cameras everywhere now. You can't do anything. I thought about robbing. You know, I'm not going to rob anybody, but I always thought about like going on a robbing spree. You know? I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, you can't do it with all these cameras around. Scratch that. Not that I would ever do that, but I just thinking like if I was a robber, I'd be a good robber. For some reason, I think that, like a cat burglar. I dress up like a woman. I don't know why. Like I'd be a master of disguise. Like I'd rob your store, then I'd go out and I don't know, transform into Optimus Prime. Who knows? What? Okay, can we get back to the fucking email here, goddammit? My question is, how do we help keep the legacy alive from a good friend, father, and human? I just have these stories to tell, and I can't tell them to my kids. You will. Love the show. Very long time sub. And Patreon from day one. Thank you. Okay. Wow. How do we keep the legacy alive for a good friend? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That stuff fades away, right? Everything fades away like dust in the wind. That's all we are. So think about that. Think about that, man. You got to live it. Boy, you got to live it. Sounds like your buddy lived it. You know? Not long enough, but... You know, this is the precious thing about life. It's here and then it's gone. So many people came before you, and so many people will come after you. So here you are. What are you doing? Taking a fucking nap? Think about that one. You're on the couch watching this assholery? Think about that one. You should be out there pounding your chest. The world should be sucking your cock. Think about that. Get out there. Make waves. Don't give a shit. Can't be afraid of dying. It's going to happen. So why not now? Why not now instead of then? I know you want to eat a couple more sleeves of Oreos before you kick, right? You want to try to get as much in as you can. Isn't that what life is all about? Get one more load out. One more chocolate chip cookie in. That's living, guys. That's living. And that's advices from Bithead 1000. You're out of here. Patreons. There's nothing I love more than spending my day off. Yeah, my day off. Consider it the highest of compliments, Patreons. But I wouldn't do it any other time. Actually, I would. I would actually like to do it after work, but my wife comes home with me anyhow. No, I'm just kidding. It's a great honor to come out and spend time with the Patreons. A very special group of people. I know I've said that before. But you guys are a very special group of people because you give me a shot. You give me a shot. And I am very grateful for it. We'll see you guys next time.